Hey guys, it's Tara and welcome back to REVIEWNIFORMS. Yay! The channel where I react, rant, rate, and review uniforms from all over the world, from all walks of life. I've owned a uniform company for almost 30 years and I know uniforms. In fact, I'm obsessed with uniforms. Thoroughly, fully, 100% obsessed. So, if you want to hear what I think of some cool uniforms or some not so cool uniforms, then keep on watching. All right, guys, what's the first uniform? I'm ready.
Football in Los Angeles, they haven't had a team in years. Unless you're thinking about the greatest game ever, it's the Lingerie Bowl. They have it all. Cheerleaders, a refrigerator, and the tailgate party. LA against New York, who you rooting for? We're taking you to the semis where pride and panties are on the line. Chicago, Los Angeles, New York, Dallas, and the main event of the whole week, I'll say it again, Lingerie Bowl!
All right, guys, so obviously we are witnessing the Lingerie Bowl where pride and panties are on the line. We're taking this very seriously, I can tell. All right, so if you're lucky enough to be as old as me, then you know back in the early 2000s, there was a thing called the Lingerie Bowl, and it was a game, actually it was kind of a football league where they played tournaments, city against city, and then at the Super Bowl, the actual Super Bowl, during halftime, they say instead of watching the Super Bowl halftime, watch the Lingerie Bowl. And that was the shtick behind this entire thing. All right, so let's see some of these bras and panties. Let's go.
Blue Red Dog, Jet 7, hut!
In a few hours, there's going to be women wearing lingerie in full contact football.
Ladies, are you with me in the early 2000s? The chokehold this powder blue and powder pink juicy couture jumpsuit had on us. It had me in a freaking chokehold. Y'all, I'm telling you, when I had on my juicy jumpsuit, you couldn't tell me nothing. You had to be wearing that back then to be somebody. So I guess we're seeing the girls in their game day arrival attire, the juicy jumpsuit. Very a la 2005, 2006. I'm obsessed.
That to me is heaven on earth.
You have a bunch of girls who've been working their butts off. I went to several practices.
noticed that.
And I watched that. Yeah, I bet you did. But anyway, they're so serious about it and they work hard. You stand out here, they're hitting.
They really are. Wow, these girls are not, I almost said they're not playing, but they literally are playing. They're playing football, and this is tackle football. This is not touch. So they are like really going down. All right, so that didn't come out exactly how I meant it, but you know what I meant. Y'all are children. All right, guys, so let's talk about the uniform. The uniform is obviously just a bra and a boy short or panty that looks like it's been covered in some type of mesh net lingerie fabric, and then it's got eyelets on the sides and some little, it looks to be like fake garters, and then some of them are wearing a garter belt, and then they've got their pads on. So in essence, the uniform is the bra and panties. As uniforms go, I think y'all are ready for me to trash this, but I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. I love the bright colors that they chose. I mean, it looks like it's fitting everyone really well, and I'm seeing women of different sizes here. Okay, let's keep it real. They're not a big variance in sizes, but I'm seeing everyone in a size 00 to probably an 8 here, and they look fantastic in their bra and panties. How is that a uniform? But it is. But it isn't. But it is. It does not compute, but we're gonna make it compute.
You talk to the guys on the sideline, you know what they say? I don't want to be out there. They're playing hard and they really want to win, so it's not a farce.
This is going to be the ultimate cat fight. They're going to be looking at the other one and saying, she thinks she's prettier than me? I'll show her.
Side note, this guy is 100% on a list somewhere. I just know it. I feel it by looking at him. I digress. So let's talk about their protection. They've got pads on, but they are completely like exposed. And I mean, they're practically naked out there. I don't know that their padding is protecting them too much, period. I mean, you're seeing what I'm seeing here. These girls are getting thrown around. I know they are covered in bruises after this, but I mean, the pads look kind of cute with the uniform, so I see why they went with that. That works for me.
You guys been tailgating for 2 days. How is it going? 2 days. Look what I got.
So let's take a look at the cheerleading uniform for the lingerie football players. It's a contrast trim two-piece tied in the front, little flirty skirt. It obviously is made to be much simpler than the lingerie football uniform, probably by design so that they don't, I guess, take too much attention away from the field. But it's kind of boring, it's kind of plain, and I wish it had more branding or logos on it to bring it more to the individuality of the team other than just the colors. That's my opinion.
Piercing blue sky meets the green turf of fate with pride, but much more on the line.
They're doing like an old-timey football, what do you call it, montage, and it's just hilarious because, I mean, we know that like this is a 15-minute game during halftime. I think it's kind of a joke, but they are taking it seriously. These girls are really playing, so I guess it's not a joke.
In the powder blue, that's the Los Angeles Temptations. And of course, over there, the Dallas Desire. It's going to be the kickoff coming up here in a matter of seconds.
All you gotta do is hit some.
Dallas lost, boo! Y'all know that's my town.
We did it! New York 2006! Woo!
Okay, well, congratulations to the New York Hotties. I don't know who they were, but congratulations to them for winning the first and possibly only, I don't know, Lingerie Bowl. But now we're looking at a promo photo of all the girls standing, and this I really like. You can obviously tell these were modeled after different cities and different teams by the color combinations. And for me, I think this is better than the field uniform. This looks like football players, but it's the take on lingerie as well. So yeah, I really wish they would have gone more with this colorful look than the bras covered in the mesh. I really like this because it just makes you feel like you're watching, okay, that's a lie. It doesn't make you feel like you're watching your favorite team play, but the colors are there. Y'all, I'm trying. I'm really trying. It's the Lingerie Bowl. I'm trying. All right, so how many Reviewnicorns do I give the Lingerie Bowl? I'm gonna give them 3, yes, because I think this concept is cute. Why not? It's all in good fun. From what I hear, nobody got hurt at this game, and it was just good, clean fun, if you will. I mean, they were covered, you know. I mean, it could have been done in bikinis and no one would have said a word. The Lingerie Football League is okay by me. I think they're cute, and yeah, 3 Reviewnicorns. All right, guys, I'm ready for the next one.
A 1% advantage is an advantage. The gear that you wear, the way that you eat, the way that you train, the way that you think, I mean, all that stuff matters.
All right, guys, I know what this is. This is a wrestling uniform, and this is called a wrestling singlet because it is a one single piece. It's kind of like a onesie, but a singlet is a better way to describe it. And I'm really excited to hear about it because you guys know from watching my videos that something may seem like a really simple design, but there's a lot of technical things and technology put into it so that the wearer gets a peak performance out of their uniform. So let's see what's going on with the wrestling singlet.
We believe that the core of a great garment is not the graphic on the outside, but really how it fits the body. And when you're designing singlets especially, it's extremely important that singlets first fit the wrestler.
Obs.
We started by measuring our elite athletes and really taking the sum of our male and female measurements and creating what we call the wrestler's cut.
Yes, yes, yes. This is so important. She is not full of energy, but I'm picking up what she's putting down, okay? And yes, this is really, really important that, you know, if you think of every sport, you know, most physical sports really can change the anatomy of the player's body. I mean, you think of the way gymnasts are shaped, and then, you know, they get a larger upper body and a really tiny lower body, and they're very compact. Basketball players are long and lean, and wrestlers' bodies have really tapered and shaped to the physical demand that the sport puts them under. So it really makes sense to measure and use the people who are going to be wearing the garment as your test subjects. Bravo.
We really wanted to target breathability. One way we did that was by adding breathable panels in both the upper back and the crotch. You know, every wrestler knows what it feels like to be soaking wet and have your singlet really sticking to you.
God bless breathable fabrics. I mean, what did we do before Moisture-Wicking? I remember some of the other videos we were talking about, like the football players' helmets were made out of leather and their uniforms were made out of wool. I bet you anything that the first wrestling singlets were probably made out of some type of wool wool or some type of fabric that wasn't necessarily appropriate for it. And now technology has brought it to where they probably don't feel like they're wearing anything when they're out there, which is important because we're talking hand-to-hand, mano-a-mano combat when we're talking wrestling.
This is meant to combat that feeling.
One thing I've noticed with breathable panels, it makes it much easier just to kind of like lift, pull it through, right? Like, I'm a fan of the thinner feel. It just makes it easier, much more comfortable, breathable, and it dries way better when you have a breathable panel.
Sometimes singlets have thick seams that end right on the shoulder, which can really pull on your skin.
Yep, I was just gonna say, I saw it in the picture, but when she said there's a seam on the shoulder, that's annoying. Move that seam to the back. You go, girl.
When it comes to the leg bands, you need as much stretch as possible. So these offer comfort, but also when it comes to custom team singlets, the ability to design all the way around the leg.
This company that makes these, this is obviously a sort of a commercial for their brand, but they are showing the singlet in so many varieties. And I can already tell you that my favorite one is the USA one with the red, white, blue, and I think it is coral, and it's got the graphic lines in it. Something great about the singlet, it is just kind of one piece on the front and one piece on the back. So especially when you're doing screen printing or sublimation, you can really get an all over gorgeous print on a very simple garment. I love it.
A lot of the elastic cuffs will leave these prints on your legs, and you know that's cutting off circulation. So you have to like move your fingers through them just to kind of get that blood flow. With this, you won't really have to, and it's just tight enough that it doesn't ride up. Like, cause sometimes if the leg cuff's too loose, it will ride, but these are great and they feel great.
Right now we're looking at the back of this wrestler, and you can absolutely see that it is so important that this singlet stretch with their bodies, and it's got to stretch vertically and horizontally. This company really has their stuff together when it comes to fit and function. It looks like it fits great, and they look really comfortable and ready to perform.
We start with the core of the wrestler's body type and go from there. Every detail is important and every detail has been considered.
Very cool. Okay, so I learned a little bit about the wrestling singlet today and how it's constructed and how it's made. But you guys, is a wrestling singlet the most exciting thing in the world? No. Does it have a lot of technical details and all those little things that we love so much in a uniform? Not really. But it earns 3 Reviewnicorns today because it is efficient, it is tasteful, and it gets the job done. I mean, this uniform really hasn't changed over the years except for the fabric to make it more breathable and better. I know they wear helmets and they put some technology into that. But as far as the singlet goes, yeah, 3 Reviewnicorns, because that thing could probably really get bright and beautiful. I think I'd have to see more colors and more styles to really pop up that Reviewnicorn score for them. So yes, wrestling singlet, 3. All right, guys, been some cute ones today. What do we have next? Wow, guys, we've encountered one that I have never heard of or never seen before. The Greek Evzones. Evzones? We'll find out how it's pronounced, hopefully. This is exciting.
The Greek Presidential Guard, or Evzones, are one of the most iconic sights in Athens. These elite soldiers stand guard at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier and Presidential Mansion in Athens, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every day of the year.
That's the lay of the land right here. The Evzones, the Greek Evzones, are the guys who guard the presidential mansion as well as the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier 24 hours a day. Love all that, but I need more information because I am seeing big, huge pom-poms on their shoes. I am seeing a very skirt looking tunic. I'm seeing a hat that looks like a fez. I need more information. What is going on here? Explain yourselves.
The Evzones trace their origin back to the early 19th century, initially as a regiment of light infantry. Over time, they evolved into a ceremonial unit, representing Greek military tradition and national pride.
Okay, so we got that piece of information that this isn't their normal everyday combat wear. This, for the military, the Evzones are a specific ceremonial guard. Well, let's see what they can do.
You can't miss their distinctive uniform, which can vary depending on the day of the week, the season, or a special occasion.
All right, so we're seeing all three of their uniforms here. Love it. All right, the summer one is obviously lighter. It's made out of like a khaki fabric, but that middle one, the traditional one, I'm obsessed. That pleated skirt with I'm calling it a skirt, even though I guess it's more like a tunic because it is being worn by a male here. But I love the vest. I love the sleeves. Their winter outfit seems to be just similar to the summer one, but with lots of buttons and trim on a very nice coat. Can't wait to hear more.
They wear a kilt-like garment. They have these unique pom-poms on their shoes. They wear hats, and depending on the type of uniform they may wear a vest.
Check out the embroidery on the back of this vest, you guys. It looks like it's symbolic, like all these little intricate things probably, I don't know, they mean something, but it's definitely just not your run-of-the-mill embroidery decoration. I love it.
Each piece of the uniform is packed with historical significance, dating back to when the Greeks fought the Ottoman occupation.
Can we give it up for their choreography? I mean, every step is right in line. I am loving their little kicks, and they're just like, the little pom-pom on the shoe is just, I don't know. I love it. Keep going.
Those pom-poms on their shoes, they weren't originally just for decoration. They used to conceal hidden blades. The kilt-like skirt, it has 400 pleats, symbolizing the 400 years Greece was under Ottoman occupation.
Look at that. Oh, he's right. This uniform is full of symbolism. 400 pleats for 400 years of slavery. Wow.
And the shoes? They have 60 nails in the soles, designed to make a sound when they're stamped, reminding the dead that Greece is free. The hat bears the Greek national emblem on the forehead. The long black tassel, made of silk, symbolizes the tear of Christ on the cross. Depending on the type of uniform they're wearing, they may wear a vest, which is said to be the hardest piece of the uniform to make, embroidered by hand and taking up to 6 months to complete.
All right, guys, there is no reason at all that this vest needs to be made by hand. Embroidery machines and modern technology can make this faster and just as good as this, but they're like, no. I mean, this uniform is all about tradition. The vest that we are looking at here, each stitch would have been done by an embroidery machine, hundreds of thousands of stitches done by hand. No wonder it takes 6 months to make this. I mean, I loved it before, and now I am just over the moon impressed. Wow.
It can feature white and gold threads with patterns depicting folklore and religious symbols. Now, every movement the Evzones perform is symbolic. Raising and stretching the leg reenacts the kicking of an enemy in hand-to-hand combat. After the foot salutes the dead, it drops down forcefully to the ground and pushes back 400 years of slavery. The two legs together symbolizes the unification of Greece.
You know what this is giving me? This is very much giving me never forget. You know, the Greeks really have a lot is an understatement, and a lot of symbolism in their uniforms and everything they do. But 400 years of slavery, to make a tribute, a 24/7 tribute like this is pretty amazing.
Each soldier learns to perform their duties with precision and discipline, embodying the highest standards of military excellence. While on duty, the guards perform their movements in a slow, highly stylized manner.
All right, this is literally dudes in skirts with pom-poms on their shoes, and somehow they're killing it and they're looking sexy. I don't know exactly how they're pulling it off, but I'm loving this.
They switch positions every 15 minutes, remaining completely motionless and at attention in the meantime. The changing of the guard ceremony is a big deal, attracting tourists and locals alike. It's a moment of national pride. They're not just ceremonial soldiers, but symbols of the nation's resilience and freedom.
That was so much more than I bargained for. I got a great little education on Greece, as well as seeing and learning about the Greek Evzones. You know, I was thinking that 400 years of slavery, they really know how to memorialize and keep alive the truth about what has gone on in their country. And you know, in this country, we also have a history of 400 years of slavery. I really appreciate by looking at this, the way the Greeks, they really know how to memorialize something in the right way, to bring attention to it in the right way without, you know, denying the past. How many Review-Unicorns do I give the Evzones? Come on, you guys, 5. 5 for, first of all, they were all good, but that traditional one with the legs coming out and the stomping down their enemies. I mean, that was just cool. The pom-poms on the shoes, all the symbolism, the 400 pleats, 5 Review-Unicorns. I really love this uniform, and I really love the education that we get. Like, you guys, what do I always say? This is an educational channel. We learn things here. I'm literally a teacher. Okay, guys, so I want to know what you thought. Were you as impressed with the Evzones? I mean, we learned so much. Have you ever worn a wrestling singlet? Wrestlers, tell me down below, is this a good style, the one that this company makes? Or are you like me and you just are down with the fun and you think that the Lingerie Bowl outfits were cute, cool, and very much of the 2006 times? I love them all today, but I definitely want to know what you think. So make a comment down below. You guys, my statistics show that 90% of you who watch my videos aren't subscribed. Please, I'm a new YouTuber and subscribing would mean so much to me. So hit that subscribe and the notification bell so you don't miss any videos from Review-Uniforms and Uniform Expert Reacts. And don't forget the most important thing, it's okay to judge uniforms, but not people. Love everyone.